Welcome back to Powered by 8 Racing YouTube channel. Today is not a good day. I was doing some work off camera. Should have let you see it, but I didn't. I needed to change out my starter. I was getting some really hard starts when the car was hot, and typically that means the starter is going bad. These stock starters, OEM starters, don't seem to last very long for me because they sit right next to the header. Even if I have the starter wrapped, it still seems to go bad on me. But I have, I forget the brand. It's like Power Thunder, Power Master. I don't know. But it's always been really good for me. And I didn't put it on the car because I was hoping that I wouldn't need to. Anyways, I should have done it from the start. Well, I got the starter in. I got everything ready to go. I was putting the header back on. And I don't think I ever showed you guys, but maybe I did in another video way back when. I use these studs. I don't use bolts. I was hoping that by using the studs, it would take less wear and tear on the heads if I have to take the headers on and off for whatever reason. So I went to those studs. Well, I was tightening the back passenger side stud, and it just kept going and kept going and kept going. And so then I looked down and I seen that the nut was almost bottoming out, and so I got my Allen wrench. I held it in there. No luck. I managed to pull the stud out of the head. I don't necessarily think that I did it. Normally I torque everything down to factory spec, so it shouldn't have pulled itself out. Hey, I don't know. So,
Powered by 8.
in today's video, we are time certain it. So, we will have to take the header back off. Luckily, the exhaust isn't hooked back up, you know, because I didn't really get the header finished up, so it's not on. But we're going to time cert it. Luckily for me, I have a lot of room over here. And when I take the header off, I should be able to get a right angle drill in there. And as long as I'm very careful with its angle, I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to use a lot of different size drill bits just to make sure that I'm not angling that hole incorrectly or anything like that, and that I have a true, the correct angle of a hole, I guess. So I'm going to very slowly step up to the time zert size drill bit. But we'll go through these steps. Hopefully it won't take me more than an hour, I hope, but it could take longer than that. And at the end of the day, if that doesn't work, there are other provisions that I can do to get by until the motor comes out of the car and we can fix it properly. But yeah, anyways, that's where we are today. So let's get to it. All right, because I used the stud kit, I just need a 10 millimeter, and I can just take all these off. So, pretty easy task. Alright, so that was, like I said, that's going to be easy because that's already done. And pretty much the header's already taken off. So now it's going to be starting to drill it, tap it, time cert it, done. Anyways, if you don't know what a time cert is, let me show you what that is. Okay, so for the heads, this is a M8 125 pitch. Now, I've ordered the one that comes with a tap guide. You can get one without it. I had an old one, I couldn't find it. But anyways, what you get is you get a tap, you get a guide for the tap, you get a drill bit, you get a countersink, and then this is the set tool. So, and then this is the actual thread insert. So basically what you're doing is you're drilling the hole bigger to put this in there, and then this becomes your new threads for your thing. The order of operations will be to drill out your hole, which, like I said, we're going to step this up to this size. That way we know that the hole is going to be staying straight. Once we do that, you stick this in, you counterbore it, and then you, once you counterbore it, then you'll tap it. Now, this is where the guide comes into play. You basically set this up against your surface, and then you can put your tap in there, and then this will help make sure that your tap is flat with the surface of whatever you're about to tap for the time Sert. And then once that's done, you will screw basically this onto here, and then as this goes in, it expands this into the hole, and then this countersink helps set itself, and then you back it out and you've got a new thread. So that's what we have to do. Like I said, we can accomplish that with a right angle drill with how mine's set up. So that's what we're going to use. All right, so my catch can goes right here. I went ahead and moved it out of the way so that we can see a little bit better. I'm going to try to get a camera in there and get you a good view. So I'm going to measure how deep the hole is, and then we will go from there. All right, so let's measure that hole. So about 0.88 inches. So what we will do is put a piece of tape on the drill bit. All right, this is the countersink. Stick it right in the hole. And go until it's flat. All right, so you saw those two steps were pretty simple. I'm going to do the tap now. I had to get some cutting oil. I have some Tap Magic. Works very, very well for tapping. That's why it's called Tap Magic. I did spray out the holes. I didn't show you that, but yeah, I did spray it out with air. And also, I didn't step it like I thought I was going to. It went straight from a 1/4 inch to like a 5/16. I didn't have anything in the middle, so I just went straight at it. It looked like it stayed pretty straight and true. Counterbored it, and now we're moving on to, like I said, the tap. They sell tap sockets, and I unfortunately don't have one. And that holds the tap in there nice and tight for you and makes it easier for you to tap with a socket. But anyways, I'm gonna go and grab my other handle, see if it'll fit in that area. Like I said, I don't think it will, and we'll just improvise if it doesn't. So let's go check it out. So as you're doing this, just go slowly. I've already done this all the way through. I'm just kind of cleaning it up now. And you can just go clean it up, go in a little bit, go about a 1/4 of a turn, back it out, go at a 1/4 of a turn, back it out. I'm gonna get a sprayer, I'm gonna spray in there and just clean up the threads a little bit that way. Okay, so once again, we are going to take our time Sert. We're going to take our insert. I already put some oil on there as instructed. Go ahead and get this all the way on here. And as far as I know, it's pretty much what you got to do. And as you screw this in, it will tighten itself down, and that's kind of how it works. So you'll see here, it's getting threaded in. It'll bottom itself out right there, and right there is where it's tight. So now as we tighten this up, it expands itself, and that's how you seal it up. All right, just twist this in, it'll get really tight. Once it loosens itself up, you're done, and then you can back it out. So that's pretty much it. I bet I can take this off. Nope. Wishful thinking. All right, so you see I got those in, and that's it. It'll thread in there, and we'll put the header back on, tighten it up. We should be good to go, and on to the next project. All right, well, I hope this helped. I hope you don't ever have to have a problem like this. You can use that same method on any place that you need a time Sert. Luckily, I was able to get to this. Had this not been modified, you have your battery tray there, your computers there, your fuse box is there, not the computer, but the fuse box and the battery. There's not much room to do that probably on a stock car. Luckily, on this car, there is, because all that stuff is missing. So, bullet dodge there. If that was to fail, they have like a clamping system you can do on that. There's some other bolt holes on the head that you bolt on. It kind of straddles that missing, and then you can just kind of press it down with another bolt and use those other two bolt holes as your support. That's a last-ditch effort, but we got it working, and it should be good to go. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Powered by Ocho.